Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. How you doing, Scorpio? For those of you who are here as a Scorpio Sun, happy. All the best to you on your next trip around the sun. So I'm wishing you a happy solar return. We are out of the energy of the Scorpio new moon with that solar eclipse. So we're just beyond it. But if you have Scorpio in any of these placements, because Venus was there, the sun was there, the moon was there, was a lot of energy. I hope you're recovering. We do have the full moon in Taurus with a total lunar eclipse coming up on November 8th. That's the other half of this, this eclipse season. So keep that in mind, and I'll be doing a special reading for that, of course. If you missed the new moon reading, you can still watch it, even though we're past that energy, just for clues as to sort of what's been going on. Also, I did a Venus and Sun conjunction. That happened to be in Libra, but it was at the last degree of Libra just before the Sun and Venus moved into Scorpio. So you can check that out too. Those are pretty recent readings. On the channel, you can search just by videos and just go a couple back, or the playlist for the new moon is called Channeled Readings. There's another one for the Sun and Venus was Astrological Transits, so you can just go there. Okay. This is not a date or time specific reading. Whenever you come upon it, if it speaks to you, it may be your message at that time. But as a general reading, it's not going to resonate for everybody. So you just got to take what works, leave the rest. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope if you enjoy the reading, you'll consider joining us here by subscribing. And don't forget to like the reading, share it if you feel called to do so. That will make it possible for more people to get messages that may be meant for them. Okay, pay it forward. Here we go. I am pulling from Angel Tarot. I'm using it as an oracle. One card. Oh, wow. Okay, so Five of Water. This was in the morning musing. The Five of Water is the Five of Cups. It's not a beautiful card. And the Five of Cups is always backwards facing. It's always looking at the past. So the message here on the card says things not turning out the way you'd hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, and unfortunately saying crying over spilt milk. I don't really feel that way about the card, so you can strike that. I definitely feel that it is about loss and grief and sadness, things not working out. It can also be about reflecting on what's been lost to you. So that is sort of, a frame of the negative, not seeing the positive in a situation. Because in the Five of Cups, there's always the Two of Cups standing upright behind the figure who's looking at three cups that are, spilt over. So again, it's a backwards facing energy. It is spending too much time emotionally connected to past loss, past hurt, disappointments, mistakes. It can often be a card of regrets of the past as well. And since it came out in the morning musing, for those of you in the channel membership and or who get the all access pass to all the extendeds, you also get the morning musings. You'll recall I was saying there's just too much focus on the past and a lot of resistance about how to move forward. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in to the reading here. Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles finds you, I like the Nine of Pentacles here because it's almost about your independence, your autonomy, and even despite some disappointments, it's all right. You still know that, you can manifest or call in law of attraction, your creature comforts. Let's see what the challenge is. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, you may not have the cooperation of your person at this time because this is what's crossing you. It would kind of look like this on the table. It's easier to hold up this way. So the challenge represents the problem that you're dealing with as you're sort of out here on your own. The Nine of Pentacles represents a single person in the tarot. And the Three of Pentacles is friendship, sure, but it's also cooperation and you know, sort of taking what you've got that's good and building upon it and making something ordinary extraordinary. So it does require cooperation after all. Underneath is the Nine of Wands. So this has been exhausting. I love that card. It's been exhausting. I feel like you haven't given up, but you're kind of stressed. Your back's against the wall with that. King of Wands in the past. We may be talking about an unavailable lover here, but it's actually the object of your desire. I've got a masculine archetype there. What's crowning you is the Six of Swords. Perfect. So this is the above energy. This is kind of your goal. Like, what can I do to sort of get beyond the difficult energy and get some peace of mind, move to calmer waters in the future? Queen of Wands. So now we have the King and Queen of Wands. A lot of passion, a lot of intensity, lots of chemistry here. You're well matched to this person. And I like that the Queen of Wands is in the future because we have this Nine of Pentacles is the present energy. And I love seeing her kind of light up. And of course we have the black cat at her feet there, the magical, mystical energy. So yeah, I like that. And we just had Black Cat Day yesterday. I think I want to say it was yesterday. Anyway, the message from Spirit is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, knights make offers. So the Knight of Pentacles is kind of moving towards you slowly, deliberately, with a plan. Okay, that's the thing I like about the Knight of Pentacles. I'm a Virgo, so I don't mind things taking its time. That may not be the same for those of you watching, because I like that this is a conscious intention, that this is someone coming towards you, crossing their T's, dotting their I's, and thinking, you know, beginning with the end in mind and taking whatever steps they need to take to have everything manifest in 3D. So we'll see when I clarify. And then we get another knight in the hidden energies, Knight of Cups. So this person may be preparing to kind of make an offer from their heart, or at least come towards you with an open heart. We've got the King and Queen of Wands, and King of Wands in the past is often the energy in reverse of someone who's unavailable, who doesn't claim what's right in front of them. And I feel like once you step into this energy, you kind of morph from the Nine of Pentacles into the Queen of Wands. You may see a change in your hopes and or fears. Eight of Pentacles. Wow, is this person willing to work at it as much as I'm willing to work at it? The Eight of Pentacles is about putting your head down, focusing on the details, looking for creative solutions to a problem, and, you know, not kind of getting overwhelmed, just sort of taking... Eat the elephant one bite at a time. So if it's in your hopes and fears, I get the impression that you're hoping this is something the two of you can work through or that can be fixed. And the outcome position is the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, anything can be fixed, but it might take time. And if you notice, this little dude is his back, he's leaning against the wall, his hands in his pockets. We got all these pentacles are seeds of intention that have been planted. We've got one little sunflower popping up. And the point of that is the day you plant the seed is not the day the garden grows. So it takes time. You have to let things unfold organically. And it requires patience, which was also a theme in the morning musing, albeit from the point of view of the Temperance card. So similar, but... we'll see. Things are unfolding. Let's go with the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Five of Swords, the Fool, and the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords was out this morning too, also in the same position from under the deck. Yeah, you're not getting cooperation. The Three of Pentacles is usually when when you come together, it's co-creative, it's collaborative, it's cooperative. You know, it's like you're on the same side of the volleyball net. With the Five of Swords, you're not. There's like sabotage afoot, or gaslighting, or, you know, someone who leaves you feeling very defeated. I don't like it. I don't like that card. And I know. Some people have issues with all the pages. I don't. Some people have issues with the devil. I don't. I'm not a fan of the Five of Swords because I think it's intentional. And here it is, like you'd really like to take the leap of faith. You'd like to kind of trust the situation, but you don't have all the answers. So that's why the Nine of Pentacles is here, because the Nine of Pentacles is saying, all right, what is it you're calling in? What are you trying to attract to yourself? You're on your own, you're independent, you're autonomous, you're in your power. What is it that you need? Well, if you want cooperation and collaboration and co-creation, or at least just this person as invested as you are to some degree, you got to get your questions answered. Am I dealing with friend or foe? This has come out in a lot of the readings lately. And it makes it difficult for you to take that leap and trust that the net will appear if you don't have your questions answered, and or if you're not trusting this person's integrity or intentions. So let's look at the Nine of Wands underneath. It's been exhausting. Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Six of Swords again, because that's what's crowning you. And now it's showing up in your unconscious and your conscious awareness. So this is really important, again, with the Four of Wands, with the twin flame. It is about life partnership, or at least just a coming together in 3D. I'm just going to say that Queen of Pentacles can be a feminine archetype of a life partner, but it's about stability and groundedness and moving to calmer waters. And since we have the Nine of Wands, I almost get the feeling like in your unconscious awareness, you haven't let go of it. You haven't given in. You haven't thrown in the towel. I felt this morning that you were getting close. Yeah. So we'll keep that in mind. But right now, you're looking for some peace. You're looking for getting past something that's been turbulent or disruptive in the relationship. Let's look at the King of Wands in the past. Right? And if we have the Five of Cups here, there's something that had you feeling despondent, or something from the past that's very much a disappointment that's fresh on your mind. So in the past, part of the reading, we have the King of Wands with the King of Swords. Yes, this person kind of goes radio silent, or is evasive or avoidant, unavailable to you, and a little bit cool, distant, aloof. Here you are learning that particular lesson with the World card, endings and new beginnings. But with the World, it's like this is something that had to close out because you couldn't fix it. There's the Eight of Pentacles, which comes out in your hopes and or fears. So it's almost like we're revisiting some themes in the reading. I get the impression that you didn't have this person's buy-in or their cooperation. That's why the Three of Pentacles is so important. And they may have sabotaged things. You know how sometimes, and this has been coming through the readings a lot lately, for like almost every sign, is when you're in a relationship and things in these kinds of connections are intense. It's just the nature of the beast, which is why we're all attracted to learning more about it and watching readings and researching and reading books about twin flame energy, because it's so unique, it's so different than anything we've ever experienced. Well, what happens is sometimes as things are going good and we're getting closer to that sort of oneness of soul and spirit, people flake out. They panic, especially if they struggle with emotions, which, you know, I mean, if you're here as a Scorpio, own it if that's you. If it's not, if it's your person, go, yep, okay. Because Scorpio tends to need to dive the depths, but they struggle with it. And it's sort of like an albatross, right? So I'm feeling like you were dealing with somebody who was remote and unavailable. It may have come through as just as things were getting really good, this person threw up all kinds of self-sabotage that ends up impacting you by proxy. You were prepared to leap anyway, but couldn't because you didn't have the answers to your questions. So I like that we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, meaning you're very practical about things right now. So let's look at the Six of Swords. Is you sort of waiting, look at her, waiting for her ride there, sitting on her suitcase, like any day now, let's get going. Let's move to calmer waters. Let's get beyond all the drama, trauma, tragedy. Six of Swords. Okay, so now what you're looking for, right? You want this King of Swords who's cool and aloof and distant and non-emotional and non-communicative. You want their emotional availability. There it is, King of Cups, a softened heart, and we get the King of Wands back again. So this is absolutely talking about the object of your desire. Page of Wands underneath. You know, maybe in the back of your mind you want a king, but you're concerned you may be dealing with a page. The pages, you know, like I say, they're messengers, but in some readings, the Page of Wands can come through as like someone who's just in it for the minute and not really very evolved and not very committed. So because it's underneath and right below the King of Wands, you may be wanting to move beyond something that feels more fly-by-night. You want the emotional availability, you want the love and passion, and the page underneath is just sort of almost like what's rolling around in your psyche is, I'm not sure what I'm really dealing with here. Queen of Wands, now look at all the fire. If you're dealing with Aries, Leo, Sag, or have a lot of fire in your chart, you're getting some confirmation about that. Okay, so yeah, I kind of feel in the future, Queen of Wands with the Page of Swords, you're going to be looking for, you know, checking up on this person, trying to get some clarity around something. What's the something? Are they open to commitment? Is this a commitment phobic person? And it's also about what are their beliefs around conventional committed relationships? What does it look like to them? You know, because that may be the Three of Pentacles. Are we on the same page here? And underneath is the Hanged Man. And it's almost as if on some level you may try to kind of pull back a bit and see things from their point of view or from all angles. So the Hanged Man comes through underneath as just your willingness to kind of pull back, you know, deal with a little bit of a delay or a temporary standstill, if you will, as you evaluate the situation from a safe vantage point, try to get a handle on where this person stands in terms of a normal committed relationship in 3D. So the Hanged Man underneath just tells me that it's more of a spiritual search for you. You're waiting for some enlightenment. You're waiting to maybe taking in, considering other perspectives, and not so much about taking action. Even though the Queen of Wands would normally be the action taker, I feel like that Hanged Man sort of moderates your impulsivity. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles, message from Spirit. Knight of Pentacles again. Yeah, Spirit's telling you something's coming towards you, or you're moving toward it, you know, because you can reverse the whole thing if you need to. Slow and steady wins the race here because there's so much riding on this, right? You can get the brass ring. You just have to be prepared for things to unfold organically. Get out of your own way. Oh my God. The Eight of Swords keeps coming out in everybody's readings. I like that it's underneath here though, but it's like Spirit saying, yeah, don't sweat the details. Don't second guess yourself. No, you know, self-doubts or self-limiting beliefs. Move forward slowly, deliberately. You're moving forward. They're moving forward. You're eventually going to meet in the middle, and there's the happily ever after that's available to you if you're methodical about it, if you set your intentions about it. And what did I say about the Seven of Pentacles, right? It's intentional. Plant the seeds and then watch it unfold and grow organically. And Spirit's giving you a double hit of the Knight of Pentacles here. I got to be honest. Almost everyone comes in the comments, I hate the Knight of Pentacles. I hate the Seven of Pentacles. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I feel like I'd rather have something take the time that it needs for the other person to be very confident of what they want, so that there's no question about their integrity. There's no question about whether are they a king or are they a page. I mean, someone who takes their time, as long as progress is being made, right? I'm all in for that. And I just don't understand how everybody gets so uptight about it. Well, this is taking 7 months. Well, it could take 7 years. But if it's the love of your life, I don't know. Maybe I look at things differently. I don't know. Knight of Cups. And that doesn't mean your life goes on hold for 7 years. You live life, you meet people, you know, go out there and socialize or whatever. But if something's meant to be, it'll be in divine time and order, and it will unfold organically for all the right reasons and for your collective highest good. That's my 2 cents. Knight of Cups. Two of Wands, the Sun, Hermit. Hermit was there this morning too. This person, I almost feel like this person's been on a very solitary journey, which may explain their lack of availability. So we do have the Hermit underneath, so I'm just going to say that. But what I'm seeing now, what that you are not seeing, is this Knight of Cups with the Two of Wands and the Sun. The Two of Wands is, you know, the moment this person says, I want to open my heart to this person and I really want to be happy, first thing they have to do is figure out which path is going to get them to that goal. So that's probably where this person is right now. Two of Wands is, you know, all the twos are cards of choice and decisions that need to be made. The Lover's card is as well. But I feel like in a world of possibilities, you see this figure holding the globe and holding one of the staffs, one of the wands. It's looking out at the horizon and saying, what is it that I want the outcome to be? And which path will get me there? And what do they want? They want to be happy. So I absolutely feel like this person has sort of been off the grid, maybe a little reclusive, or has retreated from the connection. Maybe they're trying to sort through, or they're just arriving at that moment of like, I want to offer my love, but I want to be happy. But you know, the Hermit has things to learn. This is self-exploration, introspection. Sometimes the Hermit is the guide, but I don't feel it's coming through here in the hidden energy that way. It looks like it's part of this person's process, is to process things on their own. Yeah, so let's look at the hopes and fears. 8 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So I think in your hopes and fears, you're also at the crossroads here with the Two of Swords. You're also in the energy of making a decision, how best to proceed. Is there any hope that we'll be able to work through this? The Eight of Pentacles is work. It's focusing on details. It's creative solutions to problems. It's, giving things your full attention to details, your effort, your energy. And I kind of feel like you're wondering if there's still hope, and underneath is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is that divine time I was just referring to. So it's a card of Jupiter. It is Sagittarian energy, but it's a card of Jupiter. And, Jupiter is the planet of cash and prizes and expansion and abundance and all things good. So it's interesting to me that in your hopes, you're like, I'm hoping that this is all being worked out behind the scenes by the universe. And, I'm not sure. Two of Swords, I got decisions to make if we can work through this. But it seems more hopeful than fearful, which is good. So let's look at the Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. You're not going to let this one go, are you? You're like, yeah, Laura, that's nice. Knight of Pentacles is nice. I want the Knight of Swords. So Seven of Pentacles, what is it that you're after? You want to clear the air. This Knight of Swords moves fast. Sometimes they get out over their skis and speak before thinking. And so the Seven of Pentacles is also saying, yes, slow your roll a bit. But I know you want to clear the air. I know you want reconciliation. Here is the card of triumph and homecomings, win-win outcomes, making peace, because underneath you're not happy with the emotional distance. And if there happens to be separation at 3D at this time, there could be, yeah, you're not happy about it. So the Four of Cups underneath is like, what are you trying to solve for? I want to clear the air. I want to reconcile. I don't want to be feeling distant or rejected or whatever that Four of Cups means to you. Right, we do have the Five of Cups as well, so it's something from the past that's got you focused on the loss energy. I'm glad to see in your hopes and fears you still want to work on it, and if you're sitting here saying no I don't, then it's not your reading. But for most of you, this is a really positive reading, and what I'm going to do is walk you through the astrology that showed up. Sometimes that's just your own planetary placements, sometimes it's that of your divine counterpart. If it doesn't show up, if your energies don't show up, it doesn't mean it's not your reading. It's just extra added confirmation. There's also a link in the description box below this video. In every reading that I do, the first sentence, at the end of it, you've got a link to the extended. What I'm going to do there is I'm going to read from your person's point of view. How do they show up in the reading? What's their take on this situation? How do they see you or think about you or feel about you? And what are their intentions toward you and the connection going forward? I'll get another card from Spirit with some guidance or advice for all the energies that come through. And I'll close out with some more oracles. So pretty comprehensive. Here's who showed up. Nine of Pentacles is Virgo energy. Just interesting to point that out. The Fool is Aquarius. Queen of Swords, King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarian energy. Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. King of Wands is out twice, and the Queen of Wands is here. That's all Aries, Leo, Sag. We have the World is Aquarius and Capricorn. We've got the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Hierophant is Taurus. The Hanged Man is Pisces. The Sun is Leo. Hermit is Virgo. We've got the Star is Aquarius. As I said, this Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius, but it's card of Jupiter. And that's what we've got. Okay, so I think it's positive reading. Something's unfolding organically and in divine time, coming towards you, bringing lots of hope and happiness. If you can just roll with it. The link to the extended is below. I'll see you there in a second. Otherwise, bye for now.